So, I was reading something yesterday about Ousmane Dembele's switch to PSG, which is about to go through. He's going to cost him £50 million, well, €50 million or pound, but then Dembele's entitled to half. So effectively, Barcelona are only going to get 25 million for someone who they paid over 100 million for about 5-6 years ago. Which again is ridiculous. That needs to be spoken about more. Clubs in financial ruin, but have spent over 100 million pound on 3 players that, yes, they're all talented, but they've all flopped there really. Dembele's been a bit unlucky with injuries and has been better the last couple of years. And yes, he's important to them now and they want him to stay. They can't complain again. So the PSG situation with Mbappe, Barcelona have only got themselves to blame, because at the end of the day, they decided to, let's not forget, they were treating him badly for a bit, saying if he doesn't sign a new deal, he's not playing, he's sitting in the reserves, because they didn't want to lose him for free, which is fair. But they went about it in the blackmail route. Then he signed a new deal, because he wasn't actually anti-Barca. They obviously just had the money issues and weren't treating him great. So he signed the new deal. He ended up getting it on favourable terms. Fair enough. Favourable terms. And the release clause, I mean, yeah. It's probably not fair on them, but they can't really complain, because at the end of the day, they had to get him to sign a new contract. They had to do it on favourable terms. Time they were going to lose him for free, then they thought, well, at least we guarantee ourselves 50 mil for him, well, 25 mil. But if he obviously if he leaves for free, we get nothing. So, you know, it's bad business in terms of they're not getting what he's worth, but at least they're getting something for him, like I've said, because yeah, they could have lost him for free. But I'm seeing their fans already getting onto him, oh, you're a snake, blah blah blah. Not being funny, but he owes them nothing. He should not be showing them no loyalty. They decided to spend all that money on him, put pressure on him, then treat him bad. They show no loyalty to him. Now they expect it. That club is a mess. Honestly, the way they've wasted money on Griezmann and Coutinho, these are all good players. It's just not worked. The pressure, the money, what they expected from him. I used to love Barcelona 10-15 years ago. And going through school, I used to love Barcelona. I used to love them when they had Ronaldinho, and Messi come through under Rijkaard, and then obviously Pep come in. That team won the treble. It was amazing. Best club football team I've ever seen is Barcelona between 2009 and 2011. And the 2015 team wasn't bad. 2015 team, couple of expensive signings in there, but not many. But 2009 to 2011 team, yeah, they spent a bit of money, but most of them come through the academy. So they were winning stuff, playing absolutely amazing football with players mainly through the academy. So they also had hardly spent any. None of all this debt and spending loads, trying to do a Madrid, buying all the superstars. They were doing it properly, Barca DNA. Now, they are the complete opposite of their own Barca DNA. All they care about is money, making money. Got themselves in loads of debt. They now spend big money on players more. Even shirt sponsors. They used to be too holy to have shirt sponsors, and that soon changed. Which, that's fair enough. Probably weren't sustainable. Got to keep up with the times. It probably was sustainable for a big club like Barca. But no, any income you can get, of course. Of course. I'm not going to really whinge at him for getting shirt sponsors. But Barca DNA's gone. They bring players through the academy now. And other than Pedri, Gavi and Balde, which, yeah, that's 3 players who are amazingly talented, they hardly give them a chance the last few years. They don't. A few have come through that have looked like they're going to be good. Been moved on. Ricky Puig, he's quality. He's playing in the MLS. He loves Barca. They are the complete opposite of what they used to be and what they used to represent, and it's sad. It's really sad, because they're not Barcelona. That everyone talks about Barca DNA more than a club. They're not that anymore, and it's annoying. In fact, it's made my respect for Real Madrid go up so much more. Probably helps that they humbled us in a couple of Champions League finals and knocked us out on the way a couple times. But it's not even that, because, you know, anyone can beat anyone in a game. It's how Real Madrid operate as a club. I've realised since COVID, yeah, fair enough, they want him back. They've been spending wise, not getting in debt. Youngsters come through. They just buy the youngsters from Brazil and give them a chance. They're actually doing it proper. They're still not happy with them for what they're trying to do with the Super League. In terms of being a proper club and acting like a proper club, a big club, they're doing it, and Barcelona aren't. Barcelona have gone so downhill, it's a joke. Even the way they treated Messi is a joke, making him think he had a new deal on the table, then he had to leave. I know the period was so great under Pep, and then Enrique and Martino was in there for a bit, Villanova, but you know, you're going to have to try and replicate it. You're chasing success. Man United have sort of done the same since Fergie left, trying to just buy their way back to the glory days instead of remembering where it came from and how it was organically made. And they've just thrown money at it. It's gone wrong. They should have just accepted they weren't going to be great for a couple of years, or just replace players with better decisions, not spending over £100 million on players that you can't justify spending that money on at the time. Even Coutinho, you couldn't justify it. Could not justify that much money. They won the league last year. One thing I'll give him, fair play to him, they won the league last year. Xavi looks like a good manager. He's got the Barca DNA back on the pitch. But it's as a club, man, it's just a joke, ridiculously run. Any of the fans giving Dembele grief need to have a long, hard look at your own club, not Dembele. He's just going back to France on more money. Can't blame him. At least you've got a transfer fee for him.